Welcome back everyone. Quickly, let's continue our discussion on CSS height property. And right now we'll be discussing about the CSS height property length value. So quickly, let's do this. As you can see with this document, we are having this document in our previous tutorial where we discussed about the CSS height and all that. But right now I want to remove some of things so you can be able to see the benefit of using the pesos. In our previous tutorial, I discussed about something. I'll let you guys know that if you want to see the height of your if you want to see the effect reflection of this height property, you have to use border element. So let's use border element now so you can see. But before we use border element, let's firstly give it 300 pixels so you can see what I'm talking about. When I give it this 300 pixels right now, let me delete this one. I don't want it. Let me give the height only. I give the height 300 pixels. As you can see, nothing is reflecting in our document. And again, I'm going to remove some of these fit set element I'm having here because we don't really need them. So this is just for experimenting in our previous tutorial. So I just want our document to look neat. Let's use this height property only so we can see if it works with our body element or not. Let's decrease the height to 20 pixels. Let's reload our document. Now, as you can see, the reflection is not there again. We don't see anything. It's not reflecting at all. Let's use height again. Yeah. Can you see? You don't see it. It's not reflecting. Why is it not reflecting? It's because we don't do anything that I need to work that we have to bother about. So, like now, if you have to bother about something you can be bothered about is something like border. As you can see by its name, it's also border. So something we can be bothering about. You should understand. In linguistics, that's how some of things come up. So let's say we give it solid now. Let's reload our document quickly. As you can see, we are having this border. This border now is the one we can now say we want to control. Now let's control it. So you can see the funnest part of it. Let's give this the border, let's give it 100 pixels. Now let's reload. Can you see the height of our element? The height of our body element now is now having body is now having 100 pixels, right? Let me give it 200 pixels. Definitely our border is going to increase up to 200 pixels. As you can see, this is our border now. Let me make it let me make it 400 pixels. Reload your document. Can you see now we are having 400 pixels? So let's now say by default we give this thing automatic like we did earlier in our previous tutorial. I'll give it auto like this. It will automatically expanding itself. Can you see? So when we place another element right here inside this thing, let's say we copy this element right here, we copy it like this, we paste it like this, it becomes two elements, right? Let's remove this one. Now reload your document. Can you see? It automatically bring in the border. You don't want us to be bothering about the border again, so it automatically increase the border for us. So that's the benefit of using height property. Let's paste another one again so you can see how it works again. So this is how I experiment things so you guys can be able to understand it in reasonable way. Can you see? Can you see? We will not be able to bother about the border again. So when you are specifying border is when you will say you want to specify the padding, you want to specify margin and all that. But when you don't specify anything like that, definitely you don't need this height. So when I give the height, let's now say for instance I give the height 300 pixels now. Definitely we will need to bother about the border again now. Can you see? The height of the border is now this. But because we don't want to get bothering about the border, so we have to specify auto. So when we specify auto, it is there. Just to control the height and width of any element or your border element specifically, then you can do that also. So let's say we are creating element from scratch. That's when all these kind of things is useful because you need to set the border or whatever and all that. Even let's say you specify, but let's remove this border right here now and give it auto. You cannot see any reflection. You cannot see the effect of it at all, because by default our element is automatically increasing. But one thing that makes us specify border like this, you don't enter using the, let's give it 33 pixel solid red. Let's give it solid, let's give it red. Can you see now we're having this big border? So if we don't want to, let's say for instance if we don't give this thing auto by default, definitely this thing is automatic auto by default. But when you say you want to keep bordering about the border, definitely you want to control the border. You also control the border. You can give it 33 pixel. Let's give it 30 and reload. Can you see when I reload? So we're having this size. So when I give it 0 pixel, definitely you should know that the border is going to shrink. Let's reload. Can you see? So to control the border by ourselves, we can do anything we want with the height. Whereas we can also do the same thing using our padding, using our margin also. So using our padding and all that. So let's say for instance now we have discussed about padding and margin in our previous, so you can just check some stuff about it. So I'm going to use some things about it now, so you guys can be able to understand what I'm talking about very well now. Let's give it 300 pixels. You're going to see this is going to work with all the elements at once, as you can see, unless you specifically target one element. That's the only time you will not have any issue with this one. Let's give it padding again. Also the same thing also work with the padding. It automatically targets a lot of things. Let's reload. Can you see? It automatically targets a lot of things. But the one that really targets some values inside this place, the value you are using inside this place is the one we call this height and width. They are those that control the thing. Whatsoever you specify is inside this body element that is different from all these elements and all that. So let's reload. Can you see? So I don't want this to look rough to you guys, so this is padding along with the length. Let's give it 200 pixels. The length is now 200 now. Reload. Can you see? Integrate to 200 and we give it 150. Let's give it 150. 150. Let's reload. Can you see? So and you can control it the more you want, and if you want it to full, in our previous video we have discussed about auto. You specify auto. When you specify auto, this is going to, when you reload your document, reload. Can you see? It will automatically fill the entire element. That is trying to help us cover all the element that is inside our body element, which is this. And this our body element is having all these fixed set element. Let's say no matter the amount of fixed set element we now specify inside this place, it's going to automatically continue arranging them for us. It will not let them go beyond the border. Can you see? So that we won't be able to bother about it. I think you guys get the point right here. Anwar akorede ayofe is my name once again. I wish to see you guys next time to the next tutorial. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Peace and love. Bye bye.